Coach, obviously you've been in this building as an assistant to other teams, but how special is it now as a head coach to come back to the place where kind of all started?
It's a little surreal. Just I was talking to one of my assistants about it today, and then talking to Coach Carl today, actually. Just remembering the first time that you walk in the building, and come on the first game night, and it's a great feeling to just remember where it all started, and the appreciation that I have for the people in the building and the opportunity that I was given just to start my NBA career.
How inspiring was it throughout that process as you were going through those stages in the early part of your career, just kind of meeting people and getting acquainted and learning from so many different resources? Really.
That's what I'm grateful for the most. I think being in the position now is about the people that have come before me, the people that have poured into young coaches trying to make their way and giving of themselves and being servants in order to help the next man, rise up and do whatever is necessary to achieve their goals. And so again, it's just gratitude for every one of the coaches that I've ever been around.
What are the conversations like, Coach Carl? And I think you said you just spoke with him before the game.
We spoke a little bit today, and he's just always been an encourager. He uplifts me as well as my staff, who he knows a couple of guys on our staff, and he's just always talking about the game of basketball, where it's going, how guys are doing within the game, what we're teaching, and he's always been about service, which is the reason why I sit here today, because he was willing to give someone a chance to try and fulfill their dream and get into a career of coaching and service. And that's what he's done for so many. And I think that's what it's about in our conversations.
In 2009, the Denver team made the Western Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference champion was the Magic. I know things could have changed a little bit differently, but what do you remember from that year's team with Denver?
I just remember what a great group that was. Coaching staff, the players, the chemistry, the camaraderie, the excitement that the fans had. I just remember there was so much joy and fun in the city, and the way the guys played. There was just a togetherness of that group, but that there was a competitive edge and a belief that every night you walked on that floor, you knew you were gonna get the other team's best, but they were gonna get our best as well.
What from the last game you guys have with Denver? What do you think will work again, I guess, tonight? And what do you think they need to, I guess, replicate out of having that win?
Well, we've constantly talked about, our staples being, keeping them off of the rim, taking away, defending without fouling, taking away the feet set threes and make sure we're contesting all shots. And offensively, we got to make sure we're attacking the rim, getting into the paint. And then obviously our passing has got to be at a high level to make sure that we're sharing the ball and then playing with the level of pace that we need to get out and transition and run. And then obviously defending Joker, what he's able to do.
They make it tough to score a second chance points. Just how important will it be to execute the first possession so that, obviously, if you can't get those second chance opportunities, you're efficient in other ways?
Execution is going to be huge for us tonight. Just understanding what reads we have, whether they're switching or they're in a drop, or whether Jokic is up at the level of the pick and roll. We're going to have to recognize that early and make the right reads quick. We've constantly talked about quick decisions, quick and right decisions.
Good. Lewis, questions on Zoom?
Any final questions for head coach Jamahl Mosley?
Hey, Lewis.
I think we're good to go.
Works for me.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Let's go, David. You came alive there in the fourth quarter. The team scored 41. What helped you guys kind of get into a rhythm there late to give yourselves a chance?
I mean, I think all game, I think we didn't do a terrible job of moving the ball. I think some of the shots didn't go in, and then some of the passes just weren't good decisions. But I think overall, for the whole game, we pretty much tried to move the ball at least. And I mean, at the end of the game, we're trying to speed the game up to give us a chance, and a couple of those shots went in. I think that has to do with it. But like I said, I think offensively, except for those turnovers, I think we played we shared the ball at a decent level.
This is your first time playing here in Denver. Did the altitude play a factor at all? I know some guys, will say that it kind of catches up to them, but did it affect you at all?
I mean, I was a little tired, for whatever reason. But I think that's part of it. I think, other than that, I really liked the arena from the rest of it. So, it was a lot of fun.
You guys did force Denver into 23 turnovers. Did you like your team's defensive effort, especially getting your hands on these balls and poking them away from ball handlers?
Yeah. I mean, especially the first half. I think we did a great job defensively. They only had like 53 or something like that. And, Jokic is gonna get his points, but I think our game plan to not let him totally pick us apart worked for the most part, at least. I think in the third quarter is when they had like 30-something points. I think our coaches always talk about most of the times we have 2 or 3 good defensive quarters, but the good teams do it for the whole game. So that's something we gotta continue to work on.
Every time Wendell goes up against any of the elite big men, he seems to shine. What is it about if he goes up against a guy like Jokic or Embiid or whoever else that gets the most out of him?
I mean, you gotta ask him if he's especially motivated, but I think these last couple of games, especially, I think he's been a great leader for us, and at least from what I see, I think he always brings his competitive spirit, and he does that every night at a really high level. I think shots fall, shots don't fall. You can count on that. I think that's really valuable in this league because not a lot of people can do that.
Before we even ask Jamahl a question, he came in here, he just limited your guys' fight, although you guys don't give up on games. That seems to be the case past few games on this road trip. What are you seeing from that standpoint in terms of turning games around in a bit after the first quarter? And I guess, what do you guys think? So how do you build off of that?
I mean, it's encouraging, but at the same time, I mean, we don't come here to lose by 10 points and then walk out satisfied. I think we're do a better job of starting the games and making sure we don't. A lot of times we just give teams easy points and don't really give ourselves a chance when we throw the ball away so much and don't even give ourselves a chance to score at the basket. So I think that's at times where we struggle offensively. But yeah, I definitely agree with Coach that we have all good guys that all want to compete and all want to win. And like I said earlier, I think we just gotta do it consistently for the whole game.
You seem to have flipped the switch, and especially in the second half, in terms of looking for your own shot. Was that the case? Did the coach mention something to you?
No, I mean I always try to make the right play, whatever that means in the game, and felt really good, and I think it helps myself and other people too when I come out aggressive and not just always look for my own shot, but drive to the lane to make plays for others, and I'm continuing to get better at that, getting other people involved, but I just try to make the right play.
You guys good? Lewis, any questions on Zoom?
Any questions for Franz Wagner? Nope. Thank you, Franz.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud. Okay, go ahead, Josh.
Wendell, you guys had 41 fourth-quarter points. What allowed you guys to get into the rhythm, at least give yourself a chance?
No, we just started hitting shots, honestly. I feel like we did a really good job. We had a couple turnovers in the first half. I think we had 12. But I feel like most of our turnovers were us trying to make the correct play. And I feel like that's like, stepping stones for us. That's something that we want to hang our hat on, that, if we're going to turn the ball over, let's turn the ball over, trying to do the right thing for one another. So I feel like we did a really good job of that to begin with. And on the second half, the fourth quarter, those passes were connected and we were just finishing our plays, making shots. And at the end of the day, it's a make or miss lead. We made some shots in that fourth quarter. So that's why we had that 41-point performance in the fourth quarter.
Seems like every time you go up against any of these elite big men, whether it's Jokic or Vucevic or Embiid, you seem to rise to the occasion. Is there any extra motivation there? I mean, obviously everybody wants to play well against the elite.
Yeah.
Do you kind of feel that kind of hanging over you a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in my fourth year now. I want to be able to prove that I'm one of the elite bigs in this league. It's not something that happens overnight. It's, the next step for me is just being more consistent. But yeah, for sure. you know, it's always good to play against the best. You know, I got a lot of respect for those guys, Joel, Vucevic, Embiid, and Nikola. You know, I got a lot of respect for them, and I feel like they understand that. You know, the fact that I want to come out and play my best basketball against them, I feel like they respect that, and like I said, I respect them, and I just love playing this game against some of the best players in the world.
Well, this was your 50th game of this season. How have you seen your game grow as the season has gone?
Specifically on the offensive end, I feel like I've put more effort on that end. Doing the things that I know I'm able to do with a little bit more confidence. Just being that vocal leader. That's something I've never really been. I've always been a leader in my opinion, but never like vocally. Like I always led by example. So that's kind of the next steps for me, and I feel like I've been doing a lot better in that regard. I'm not the best yet, but I'm trying to get there. Like I said, just being more confident on the offensive end, knowing that I'm able to make shots, make and take shots. So, that was something I always struggled with in Chicago. Is just being confident. Just taking those shots, make miss. It doesn't matter. Get back and just get another stop.
What triggered that growth and confidence?
A lot of credit to the front office. A lot of credit to my teammates. A lot of credit to my coaching staff I have now. Even though when I first got here, when Cliff was here, he gave me that little bit of confidence while he was there, while he was my coach, and it's just that motivation that my teammates believe in me, my coaching staff believe in me. Like now, I just got that gives me the most confidence I need right there. You know what I'm saying? And I give a lot of credit to them, and they've helped me a lot and just putting in that work. So now when I go out there, the fact that I put in all this work. Now I go out there and I, taking these shots hundreds of times. So now I feel pretty good about it. I feel confident about every shot I take.
Seemed like Franz, even asking about it, seemed like he turned up the aggressiveness in terms of not just looking for his own shot, but even just distributing too. Did it feel that way for you on the court? It's how much does that change the dynamic for you guys offensively when he's in more an attack mode?
Yeah, I told Franz, I think it was in the second quarter. I'm like, man, you are one of the best players on this team, if not the best. Like, I want him to believe that, and I want him to go out there and understand that, he's got the respect from a lot of the great players in this league already. Like, just go. That's something that, as a team, I feel like we can do a better job of just telling each other how good we are. Like, we are a great team. Once we're able to put this all together and we're all, behind one another, not saying that we're not now, but, on a very elite level, I feel like the sky's the limit for us, especially for him, just him individually. Like, he turned it up in that second half for us, and that's something I expect from him every night. It's not about him making or missing shots. It's just get into that paint. With him being 6'10", a lot of players can't really guard that. And I tell him, like, man, just sometimes we might not run plays for him, but transition or when a play breaks down, man, go. Like, can nobody really stop you, honestly.
That's good. All right.